What's up, guys? Marcellus Williams, aka TheSwolefessor, here, Educational and Health and Social Well-Being. Welcome to episode 9 of A Decade of Craft, my prep series for the SPD Austin meet, where the goal is to come in and PR my total so that I can say that I've officially PR'd my total on the platform for all 10 years of my powerlifting career. And we are 1 week out, officially. This is the final primary SPD day of the block, the week 3 SPD leading into the week 4, aka meet day. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling pretty confident. I'm feeling the way I should be mentally. So, yeah, like there's not too much to say, man. Let's just start warming up. Let's train. Let's see how things go. My ranges for the day. Let's see here. Don't wanna speak incorrectly. My ranges for my sets today are 230 to like 232.5 on the squat. 167.5 to 170 on the bench, and then 260 to 265 on the deadlift. So we're gonna warm up, see how the last warm-ups move, and just take what's appropriate for the day. Let's get right into it. All right, guys, so my plan is I'm gonna warm all the way up to 210 kilos. That's gonna be my last warm-up. That will be heavy enough to gauge what's there for my range, but not so heavy to where I feel like it takes anything away. And keep in mind, it's still just week 3, so I know fitness isn't as elevated as what it'll be next week, but this will give me a good idea of where I'm at. Also, y'all see it, man. So next week, my plan is to rock, the modern SPD singlet, red and black, right? I don't know, man, red and black is the boys' favorite colors, the Swolefessor colors. But this whole prep series has made me feel very nostalgic. So I was like, man, let me go ahead and bust out like the OG old school SPD singlet. Fun fact, this is like the first singlet I ever owned. Not the first singlet I ever competed in. I competed in a friend's singlet, but the first one I ever owned. But it actually fits appropriately now. Since beforehand, it was a little loose on your boy, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I didn't, when I first got into powerlifting, I didn't really understand like the sizing of singlets and stuff like that, and how they conform and how they fit. And keep in mind, when I first started powerlifting, I was a 74, but I was a very light 74. I was walking around like in the low 150s. So when I first got the singlet, it was definitely a little baggy on your boy, which is kind of embarrassing, but we got it filled out pretty nicely now. So, which you would hope, because I'm like, went from being the light 150s to weighing like, 180, 181 pounds, so you would hope so. Hold on, man. I just need y'all to see, man. I need y'all to see what my clients be doing, man. Look at this. Look at this. That's so lazy. That's insane. Insane. Anyway. Been listening to for those of you who don't know, week 1 and 2, I listen to very, very calm music. And week 3 is it's a little bit more upbeat. Not as hype as I listened to on week 4, but it's a little bit more upbeat. And the reason for that is just because I know how much I get out of hype and arousal. So I really try to save that for the week 4s. And honestly, I've been pretty calm on my week 4s this entire prep, so we're gonna go crazy next week. All right, so I just watched that last warm-up, and it looked as good as it felt. Like, I'm telling y'all, man, the way we've gone about the pacing of everything, this prep, and just building up that work capacity really high, but now kind of tempering things down a little bit with the back downs so we can push the top in more appropriately, it feels great. So based upon how that moved, I just objectively don't think there's gonna be a huge difference between 230 and 232. And ordinarily when that's the case, what I'll decide to do is just take the low end of the range, because if it's gonna be about the same, then why not? But in this case, for the sake of confidence and the fact that 232.5 will be the heaviest I've ever taken on a week 3, like it's just period. Like on a week 3 before week 4, it's like, all right, let's load it, let's move it well, let's feel confident, and just have a strong start to the training session. So that's what we're going with. And I mean, quite frankly, if 2.5 at this relative percentage makes that big of a difference difficulty-wise, then something's wrong, like something's very off. But I also sent it to Brad, my last warm-up, because he said he wanted to see it. So if, before I take this set, he gets back to me and tells me to, go with 230 for any reason, I will, of course, do that. But me knowing Brad, he's gonna be like, nah, bro, load it, do it. So yeah. All right, guys, just went back and watched the clip, sent it to Brad. So in the moment, it felt amazing. It felt super good, felt light on my back, especially for a week 3, felt very light on my back, felt strong in my quads, was able to drive through well. And the issue that I sometimes have as the weight gets heavier is I start overthinking my pacing. I'll try to control it too much, and then I can't get that reversal, or if it feels a bit too heavy, I'll kind of rush. But now I'm just like, hey, get your rooting, get your back set, brace, and just squat, right? I just squat, and it felt super comfortable. And the reason why I know it moved well is because Bria asked if it was my last warm-up, because just that type of speed on a week 3 for me is huge. And this is, once again, the most weight I've ever taken on a week 3. I think it's like 5 kg up from what I took on week 3 during the NAPS prep, and it moved way better, not even close. And then, Sam and Mike, who been training with me for a long time, both said the same thing, where it's like, dude, that looked like very easy, very comfortable. Like, it looks like I could have, the way it looked, the way it felt is if I need to squat 250 today on a week 3, I could. So it basically feels like I'm between normal week 3 and week 4 fitness, somewhere in between, which means I should be really good next week. So I'm super stoked about that, because if I felt good for 250 today, then 5 to 10 kg more next week, which is the range about where I want to be, is going to be solid. So yeah, super stoked about that. Gonna record just probably one back down set for each lift, and just keep it moving. Nah, y'all should know this time of day I'm in the gym now. Come on. Come on. Don't be doing all that. All right. Well, I appreciate y'all letting me know. Congratulations. See ya. Hey, man. So my client Leanne just hit me up and said, yo, FaceTime me, which she's never done. So my assumption was, oh, she must be training. Maybe something crazy's going on. So I FaceTimed her. But nah, her and my other client, John Gonzaba, he proposed to her today, so they're engaged. So congratulations to them. I can say it because by the time this video comes out, they'll have already announced it on Instagram. If they haven't, I won't include this. But big congrats to them. It actually makes me like, I'm staying zoned in. That's why I'm not talking about too much. But that makes me so happy, man. It's been so cool because Amber and I and our friends group got married very early, like 6 going on 7 years ago. So it's just cool to see over these past 2 or 3 years, more of our friends joining in. All right, I didn't like the way that warm-up felt. And I think part of it is just like getting used to being in the singlet. It's my first time being in the singlet all prep, which is fine, because guess what? If warm doesn't feel good, I'm just gonna take it again. Not in any rush. Either along my side or fairway, so not in a rush this time around. There we go. Much better. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Yeah. All right, so it's so weird. It's moving so well, but it just feels weird. And what I'm gonna do with this next one, I might be a little bit in my head, but I'm usually not the type to get in my head about small stuff, so I think this might be valid. I'm gonna take the mic off for the next set, because I'm also trying to like follow the bar with my eyes, what I usually do, and it's just feeling weird. It's like when I start getting near, feeling this right here with my chest elevated. So I'm gonna just take it off. May not make a difference, but it's not gonna hurt me because this is how I usually bench anyway, right? And obviously on the platform I won't be having this, so we're gonna see how it goes. But I'm gonna go with the 167. I think that's already great, because if I think about it, let's see. Yeah, because we took 160 last week. And then on the week 4 last block. Yeah, we took 162.5 on the week 4. So if I'm taking 5 keys over that on the week 3, that's plenty. So I'm gonna just go with that.
Come on. Yes. Come on.
So yeah, that 100% was it. Just having the mic right here, for whatever reason, just throwing me off because I was able to follow the bar all the way down to my chest that time with no issues, and it felt like my usual setup and positioning, something so small, but it makes sense, like that kinesthetic awareness and the appropriate reception of everything, when it's like not used to having something right in this area and the bar's right here. But that moved well. I'm very happy with that. I was tripping when I said I did 162.5 for my week 4 last block. I did 172.5, which I should have forgotten because I was hyped for 2 singles week 4 last block. But hitting 5 kilos below that on the week 3 is huge. The only thing I got to make sure I do is with this more positive shin angle is really let my glutes get more secured. I can't put them down as lightly as what I used to because I think there's a little bit of hovering on one side. Mike said his side on the right was good, but on the left side, I mean, from the angle I recorded for you guys can see, my glute's not as secured as it needs to be, and it looks like it's hovering. So I'm going to make sure I clean that up. But yeah, I mean, I'm super happy with how that moved. All right, guys. We are finally deadlifting. I had the heavier set of 5 with 137.5 today. That's what I showed you guys. And then the remaining 3x5 was with 130 kilos. It all moved well. No issues there. Ugh. Gotta switch shoes real quick. The session's going well. Things did kind of slow down a little bit after bench just because my office hours end early on Saturday, but not that much early. Like I usually go 10 to 6. They go to 3 p.m. That's why I usually try to train earlier in the day, so that way I'm not getting flooded with DMs while training. But just due to circumstances at home, I came today when I could, and had a lot of fires to put out, needless to say. So just got to get my mind right and get back in the groove now. All right, guys, we are back home, and today was awesome. Today was fantastic. I don't have too much else to say about the session itself. Like, I'm very happy that, like I said, despite having, to kind of slow down after my bench top sets and respond to a bunch of clients, put out a bunch of fires, get their headspaces right, blah, 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 that I was able to, still, shift gears and get back on point when it came to the deadlifts. Incredibly happy with how everything moved. And just going back and looking at it, like I said, so I hit 222.5 kg on the week 3 going into the week 4 on the block before Nats, where I hit the 250 kg double, right? So that's 222.5, 490 pounds, and it moved okay. And then 1 week out from nationals on the week 3, the following block I hit 225 kg, and it moved a little bit better. Today, on the week 3, the 1 week out, was 232.5 kg, and it moved better than both of those. Not even close, right? With the bench press, 1 week out from the 180 kg PR single that we hit the block before Nats, we hit 160 on the first single and then 165 on the second. And then 1 week out from Nats, we hit 160 on the first single and 167.5 on the second. And today we hit 160 and 167.5 1 week out, and it moved better, undeniably. Faster, stronger, felt lighter in the hands, just so smooth. And then for week 3, the block before Nats, before the week 4 deadlift, we hit 260 kg. And then 1 week out from nationals, we hit 260 kg. Today we hit 265 kg, and once again, it moved better than both of those did. So it's like, how can I not feel confident? This was the heaviest week 3 that I've ever done, right? And just the heaviest I've ever gone 1 week out. And it's moved well, moved better than my strongest block ever, and then moved better than my my last meet prep block. So it's like, I have no reason not to feel confident. Brad and I will get on a call tomorrow to go over the game plan so we can get that knocked out. That way I can focus on all the work and game planning stuff I have to do throughout this week for my clients who are competing as well. But yeah, man, it was great. It was such a good session, and I'm just excited to be on the platform and to have fun, right? I'm pretty sure that was the main thing I learned that I went over in the first video of this press series. It's got to be fun, and this has been a lot of fun. Despite all the different circumstances and there's I've been juggling, it's just been enjoyable, and I feel like I'm gonna have the most fun on the platform that I've had in a long time. Not just because of the value that I'm placing on the meet itself and my goals, but just because of the people that I get to compete with, right? Aside from the fact that I'll be handling my clients in the later session, like Bob, Ashton, and Sean, but being able to compete with people like Christy and Josh Hall, it's just gonna be a really good time. Being able to compete with my client Tersa, I know it's gonna be fun. It's just gonna be good people, good energy. SBD runs beautiful meat, so I know the production quality and all that's gonna be great. So I'm just super hyped about that. And it's funny because I was trying to decide, hey, my 9th year of powerlifting, so that's from 2023 to 2024, what did I really get? What did I learn? And it's funny because really, like I said, 2023 was great. I went over for the years 2022 to 2023. 2023 was great in the sense of, I hit my 700 kg total at 74. I got my 500 plus dots, and things really started ramping up as far as just what I was able to do as a coach with my clients, right? And then going into 2024, right, that 9th year, was once again great as far as coaching. I mean, that was the year we went to Worlds in Lithuania and, got Petrie finished top 3. And then Ashton and Bob both became world champions. So it's like that was a huge year as far as coaching. Things just went super well, right? And then all the national wins and stuff like that. It was dope. But as far as lifting, it was kind of rough. I'm not going to lie. It was rough, because it's my first meet in 2024, January, I got super sick, which, I've talked to you guys about that at this point in terms of what that eventually led to, both on the Kid Live podcast and a little bit on doing the press series on this channel. So I got really sick. So that did not get to PR the total there, despite the fact that I moved up from 74 to 83. I hadn't filled it out. This is the closest I've been to filling out 83, is walking around 180, 181. But still, I wasn't cutting. I was walking around heavier, but got really sick, so I didn't get to show out there. Then the Lone Star meet in June or May, whatever month that was going really well. PR at the squat, but then had that weird nerve issue on my third bench where my whole left side basically just shut down and the weight just collapsed on me, so I didn't get to PR the total there. And then I just barely managed to get 5 kilos out to PR the total with 705 in that meet in November of last year at the Load the Kilos Classic, which I secured the PR by 5 kilos on my second pull, but then I failed my third pull. So even though I was happy to PR the total, it's it wasn't the year that I thought it was going to be, right? And it's easy to have a year like that. Me and Chris were talking about this earlier today. It's easy to have a year like that and just quit or just be like, maybe this isn't for me. It's at that point, it's hey, you know what? I've done it for this long. I managed to barely get this 5 kg PR. Let's end on the high note. Let's just leave, right? But it wouldn't have truly been a high note. It would have been a low note because it would have felt dang, I didn't really do what I want to do. I'm not really at where I want to be. So I think the main thing that I learned in my 9th year of powerlifting was you got to just take the highs and the lows. It's going to happen because that not only in training, but in life, right? You're going to get hit in the face. It's going to happen. And you got to just get back up, and you got to get up and swing back, basically. That's what it comes down to. It's like you got to keep pushing and not give up on yourself. I think it's totally fine to step away from something when you've been doing it for a long time and you've had a lot of success with it, and you just decided that I want to go do something else, or hey, I don't enjoy it so much. That's fine. But I feel like 9.9 times out of 10, because there's always exceptions, but 9.9 times out of 10, stepping away from something when you're at a low point of it is not worth it. You'll be far more satisfied and be able to be far more objective with if it's time to. Yes, baby girl.
Can you help me make a closet for my Lego princess?
Yes, baby. Let Daddy finish this video, and then I'll be in there and I'll help you, okay? Okay, come here. I love you. I'll be right in, okay? You want to stay with me? Okay, that's fine. You can do your thing. What was I saying? Yeah, you're just going to be in a much better spot if you don't allow yourself to give up when you're at a low point of something. You'll be far more objective and be able to really say that, okay, yes, I'm truly happy to walk away from this if you do so when things are actually going relatively well, right? So I'm glad I've stuck with things, man. Like, I'm glad that I'm still doing my thing. And like I said, I don't know if I'm going to necessarily compete next year or not, but that won't be from a lack of enjoyment or giving up on myself because I'm coming off of a low. Hopefully I'll be coming off a high. We'll see next weekend. But it'll be more so just because of circumstances and where things are at, as y'all can see. But yeah, I'm excited. I think next weekend's going to be great. I'm super happy with how today went, and I'm super stoked because this prep series has been awesome. I appreciate you guys who've stuck with me through it. I appreciate you guys who've been watching since like 2016. You know what I'm saying? Like it's been dope to talk to a lot of you who've been watching for that many years and how excited you guys are for me. So I plan the show out. Next time I talk to you guys will be the finale. It will be at SBD Austin Meet Day. But that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, go leave a comment down below. Let me know what you did. If not, leave a comment down below. Let me know what can get better. Like the video, share, subscribe. Keep it simple, specific, scientific. I'll catch you guys later.